There's $54.99. Alan, here's your boat. He is coming along. Look at the structure. Look at these things.
The demand in the BVI has grown astronomically. You know, we're trying to bring value. Probably the biggest thing of value that we're adding with the membership is medical evacuation service.
And this is part of the $15 a year membership?
That is correct.
$15 a year, and this is what I get every time I go down there?
This is true.
When they hate on you and you start getting hate on social media, that means you're doing a great job at something. Hello gang, welcome to another little episode here. We have so many more pictures and video of Hull 99 being built in China. Raul went out there. He actually kind of led us on a little tour. Let's get right to it. This is exciting. Take a look.
Hello everybody, it's Raul again. I'm at the Sino Eagle, the Aquila factory. We're about to walk through Alan's boat. They're making great progress. There's $54.99. Alan, here's your boat. She's coming along. You can see all the work that's being done. That's where the swim ladder will go. There's the engine room. Look at all the cabling's been done. Cabinets have gone in. They're working in that engine room also. She is coming along. Here's the big salon, the galley, cabins. So a lot of work going on. And she's coming along. Look at the structure. Look at these things. Unbelievable.
As you can see, it's just really coming along. I love seeing the salon like that. As you can see, other boats down the line here, one with the fly bridge already kind of being built. That's next for us and our boat. Sino Eagle is the place where they build them there in Shanghai, and it's just exciting getting to see it come together like that. I got a boat that's coming together, I got a crew that's come together. We're just that much closer to getting on the water again with our own boat, which is very exciting. Flotillia's coming up in a couple of weeks, so that's exciting. In the meantime, Boaty Ball with my friend Ty has changed a few things on their website and has, I think, made incredible improvements. So I'm going to bring in Ty here in a second. Actually, how about right now? Ty, how you doing, buddy? It's great to see you again, as always. How you been?
It's been a long summer. We're preparing for next season and got a lot of things that we've been working on.
I just learned something new about Ty. This is so... Ty was drafted or signed with the Tennessee Titans as a punter or a kicker? Are you serious?
Yeah, it was actually the first year they were the Tennessee Oilers. So it was before they actually moved in and became the Titans. So.
Another reason why Ty and I are such great friends, you'll see behind him a Baylor hat and a Baylor thing. I grew up in Waco, Texas, and I'm a hardcore Baylor fan. My entire family went to Baylor, except me, of course, so I'm the rebel. But anyway, I'm a Baylor fan, obviously. Hey man, so what's going on with Boaty Ball? I saw a little blurb about things are changing, and I know we've been talking about how you're kind of refining what it is you're offering into a one package type deal. Tell me all about that. Give me an update, man. Where are we in this off season?
Yeah, you know, I think one of the things we've seen is just the demand in the BVI has grown astronomically. I mean, it's just gone through the roof. I think since Irma, a lot more newer boats, a lot more boats on the water. And we really saw that this past year with the number of users online at 7 a.m. And so this past year, we averaged over 400 people online at 7 a.m. And obviously, we've got about 150 reservable moorings in the program. So that meant a lot of people were on that weren't getting moorings. And, you know, some of those were legit people. Some of those were boats that had multiple people on. And then we've also found bad actors out there. Yeah. So the demand is, you know, steadily increased, and I'm sure you deal with this in your real job. You know, Ticketmaster, these companies that are dealing with what we call bots, just software that people will program in, and we've started to see an increase in that as well. So we've seen this increase in demand, legitimate users, but we've also seen an increase in software, people using software to reserve mooring balls, and so we're trying to address that and do it in a fair way. And that's led us to make a couple of different decisions. And one of those is a paid membership moving into this next season.
Let me interrupt you there because before you get into that, I wanted to say, Ty, it is a sign of success when these bots start hitting you. I want you to know that, because I have bots that will comment on my YouTube videos all the time, and it drives me nuts. And if you go to the core of the bot and follow it, it goes to a porn site. And it's driving me crazy. And I've reported it to YouTube over and over and over again. And sometimes they take care of it, and sometimes, they'll get around to it, But they can always come back. But I always look at that as a sign I'm doing something right. So congratulations. in a weird way.
It is difficult. It's a cat and mouse game, and people are really smart out there. We monitor it closely. We change things on the back end. What we don't want to do is change things that make it difficult for everybody. And there's ways of shutting it down, but then you make it much more difficult for everybody else to interact with the application.
Okay, so tell me about the new thing then, of the new membership. What does it entail? What does it cost? Tell me the whole thing.
First off, we're trying to bring value, so it doesn't just look like it's a membership. And probably the biggest thing that I think of value that we're adding with the membership is medical evacuation service. So we've partnered with AeroMD, who's been providing medical evacuation service out of the USVI and the BVI for many, many years. We've partnered with them, so everybody that signs up as a member is going to have medical evacuation coverage for 12 months while they're in the USVI or the BVI. If they've got a medical emergency, need to get back to either Puerto Rico or back to the States. When we were down there just this last time and somebody had a stroke, 2 boats over, visor came out, got them. But in that type of situation, most likely you're going to want to get back to the U.S. once you're stable.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I work in the healthcare field for a living, and God forbid something like that happens while you're down there in the islands. You want a way to get back home. And so we've partnered with AeroMD to do exactly that.
And this is part of the $15 a year membership?
That is correct.
$15 a year, and this is what I get every time I go down there?
This is true. So, because we're able to leverage the number of users, we're able to drive the cost down. That's probably the biggest thing that I see, that a lot of people don't think of when they're going down there. And, obviously you've been down there a lot, and none of us plan for an accident or an emergency. But if it does happen, it's nice to be able to have somebody that you can call that can arrange everything and help cover it.
Okay, what else am I getting for my $15? Not that I need more than that, by the way, but okay.
Yeah, so the other thing is, this past year we launched this Boaty Crew, which is an online community that allows us to have a little bit more control over than trying to manage a Facebook group, which is almost as bad as bots as far as people crashing and outsiders coming in. And so we have an online community. We've started doing live planning sessions once a month. We've got one next weekend that Bob or myself will jump on, answer any questions that people have, share our own experiences. It's been great because other users will jump on and share their experiences. So if you're going down for the first time, it's a way of jumping on and asking questions with a live person and talk through maybe your itinerary, that type of thing. And then the other thing that you're very much aware of is the Boaty alarm that we've been testing out for the last 12 months. And
man, I got to tell you,
yeah,
dude, in July, I actually went with the proper equipment this time. Meaning my iPad had, data. And so it was flawless. Whenever I remembered to set it, I forgot to set it like 1 or 2 nights or something like that. But because it also just gives you that such a sense of security, you're not even thinking about it anymore. It's just so good. And then always at dinner, no matter where I am on the other side of the island or whatever, I always just pick up my phone and look, and I can see the boat. It's amazing.
It does add additional peace of mind. I've been using it now for 12 months, and it does. It just lets you sleep a little bit better at night. That being said, it's still not perfect. The good news is we've entered in over 600 moorings now in the BVI. So all of Norman's in, all of Peter's
Incredible.
in. We've entered in a bunch of the national park moorings. So all the Indians, the Bass, those are entered in, and it'll just make it easy for people to find mooring balls throughout the BVI.
But this still doesn't have anything to do with still having to get up at 7 a.m. and get your ball, or
correct.
Paying
This is just
the week-long fee.
Correct. This is just where we're making this available to all members, and the idea is just we want everybody to be safe on any mooring ball, whether or not it's a Boaty Ball mooring or not. And so, we've really spent the last 6 months trying to map out every mooring ball we can get our hands on in the BVI, so that when you pull up to it, all you have to do is hit a single button and set it.
Another thing, going back to, I know you're doing the right thing and you're successful, is because I read recently, I kind of look at BVI charter chat on Facebook every now and then. Yep. And I'm looking at it, and there was a comment, I swear, Ty, it's so good. It said, just got back from my week in the BVI, and for the 4th straight time, I was able to go the entire week without using Boaty Ball. And I thought, good for you, and that he had to bring it up tells you, Ty, of how successful you are at this. When they hate on you and you start getting hate on social media, that means you're doing a great job at something.
You can't make everybody happy. Yeah, you know that, especially when you're in the social media realm, right? I mean, but you're exactly right. And it's interesting because we know this isn't for everybody. I mean, most of the people that are using this are people going down there on vacation, that are on charter, that are on an unfamiliar boat, that aren't comfortable anchoring with a boat that they're not used to. The folks that live on their boats, very comfortable anchoring, very comfortable with their boats, or have boats and charter down there. Those aren't our primary target. The primary target are the people going down there on vacation that are looking just for a nice, easy way to relax and have peace of mind. We're going to do a bar hop program this year, so we're aiming to have 5 to 10 bars that offer you free drinks. Yep. So you show your membership.
I'm interested in that. That's great.
That in itself is going to pay for the membership. And then probably the big thing here, Alan, is we're actually doing a raffle on October 12th for a Voyage 510 free charter. And we're going to do that at the Annapolis Boat Show. So if you sign up through our normal method right now, before October 12th, your name will be in a raffle for a 1-week charter with the new Voyage 510 that they're going to be launching at the Annapolis Boat Show. And if you're a bareboater, we're going to throw in a chef if you qualify to take the boat out on your own, and if you're not, we're going to throw in a captain.
That's amazing. Congratulations. That's all great, man. Wow. Hey, listen, Mike, going back to the $15, I was on a Zoom just 2 days ago with my crew that I'm taking for the Hillbilly Flotilla in October. None of them have come before, been to the BVI. None of them. I've got 6 people coming aboard, and they've never been. None of them have. They've watched my videos, but when I mentioned this possibility of joining Boaty Ball for 10 or $15, I was guessing at that point, and that you got the evacuation, all of them were willing to sign up right away. Because, especially when you're going down there in the unknown and you've never been there, you don't know if pirates are going to overtake you or whatever. People want that security, and $15, why not? It's $15 for a year, man, and you don't have to renew it if you're not going to ever go back, I assume.
And even if you don't want the medical evacuation service, hopefully the drinks will make it worth it. If you take advantage and take advantage of 2 or 3 drinks, you've paid for your $15 membership easily.
All right. Well, Ty, thank you very much. We'll be there in October, and as you know, my boat's coming in probably January, February, and my crew will jump on it. We'll start getting it ready, and we'll be down there by March or April. It'll be great. I'm so excited about the future. Thanks again, buddy. I appreciate it. Go Bears. Sick 'em Bears.
Sick 'em Bears.
See ya.